We're gonna fill that in. So here's my original shape, y'all. Okay? We're gonna fill it in, and we're gonna make a rectangle. We good? So, we have our big shape. As soon as she stinking walks out.
And then if you go get her, it's okay.
I know.
Class over. Let's go get Rice Krispie treats.
All right, let's just talk through it for a second, let it catch up. So, we're gonna do the length and width of the big shape, and then the length and the width of this shape, and we're gonna subtract them. So what's the length and the width of the big shape?
11 times 5.
11 times 5, because we don't use baby shapes, baby size. So 11 times 5 is gonna be the big shape. What's the length and the width of the piece that's going away? 5 times 3. So this is going to be 55. This is going to be 15. You with me? So, let me see if it'll let me bring this up. There we go. 11 times 5, 5 times 3, 55 minus 15. There we go. The area is going to be 40, and it's going to be inches squared because of area. Yay? All right.
Yeah.
Now, it's not letting me pull it down, but I'm going to get ready for the next one because I know what's coming. There we go. All right, this is what the next one looks like. Okay? We're going to fill in the 2 corners. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring down and over, so that you have your sticky note. Yay?
Yeah.
Yay.
So, this time we're tearing off 2 corners. Instead of just 1 piece, we're tearing off 2 pieces. So, we're going to do the length and the width of the big piece. And then we're going to do the length and the width of this corner and the length and the width of this corner. Okay. Now, let's start. Y'all with me? Now, the length and the width of the whole thing is going to be a little bit tricky. How tall is the whole thing? 9. Because this piece is 4 and this piece is 5. So the whole thing is 9. How wide is the whole piece? Who?
15. Is it 15? 10.
9.
Because you keep saying
9, 9,
You say
9.
what?
Love you, Colonel. This piece is 5. This piece is
Oh,
2.
I'm looking at the
2.
5.
This piece is
So that's 9.
2. This piece is 9.
She's about to choke y'all out.
All right. So this is 4. This is 5, which makes that 9. This is 2. This is 5. This is 2, which makes that 9.
Oh, okay, okay.
So the outside is going to be 9 times 9. Now, when I look at the little pieces I'm tearing off, how big is this piece that I'm tearing off? What by what?
2 by 5.
2 by 5. What is this piece?
2 by 5.
2 by 5. So you have a 2 by 5 and you have a 2 by 5. So we started out with an 81. And we're taking away a 10, which was a corner. And we're taking away a 10, which is a corner. So there's my final answer, which is a 61.
Okay.
and it's going to be square feet.
2 by 5 come from that 5 and that.
2 by 5 comes from this piece, and the other 2 by 5 comes from that piece.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yes.
So when I was in tutoring, they told me,
You can do it a different way.
look at her face, look at her face.
You can do it a different way.
Okay.
They cut it into pieces. Lakendra, they cut it into pieces.
Okay, because that's what I was just about to say.
They cut it into like a house and a chimney.
And what's the answer?
Shit.
The answer's 61 square feet.
81 minus 10.
Thank you.
Yeah, they cut it up. It's totally up to you. Some people see it better cut into pieces, and some people see it better tearing off corners.
So we take the 2 9s on each side.
We take the 9 from the hole and the 9 from the hole, and that gives me the whole sticky note.
Thank you.
And then minus the 2 corners.
There's a lot of Miss Coopers in here.
All right, let's see what else we got that's a low percentage. Ooh, y'all. That's at 20%. That means nobody in here knows what's going on. All right, let's look at this one.
Jeez.
All right, let's look at this one. Oops, wrong piece.
She look angry.
All right, let's look at these. Oops. Okay, these are gonna be actually very similar to the ones that we just did. I think I just pulled 2 that were very similar. Let me get one more that's different. Get one more. We need one that looks like, no. Okay. Really? All right, I'm gonna start with the ones that I have and then go back and find it. Okay, just like a minute ago, we did that big shape minus the corners. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna do the outside shape minus the inside shape. Okay, so we're gonna look at what's on the outside minus what's on the inside. So for this problem, what shape do you see on the outside? What shape?
Triangle. No.
What in the ham sandwich?
No, you said on the outside.
Said Miss Cooper.
What shape is that?
Rectangle.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
What shape is on the inside?
Ooh, Lord.
Triangle up.
Triangle. So we have a rectangle on the outside and a triangle on the inside. Now, we are doing area. The formula for the area of a rectangle is length times width.
She on the phone.
The formula for the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. That came off the formula sheet. Are we good? Now, for your rectangle, what is the length and the width of the rectangle? 10 times 6. Do we all see that that is the length and width of the rectangle? That gives me 60. Now, if you turn your head cattywampus, and I'll even take a little picture. If I take that and I turn it, Can you see that 6 is going to be your base? And 8 is going to be your height. And the formula says do 1/2 times 6 times 8. Are we all good?
Hold on. I think.
So if I come down here, I first did 10 times 6, and now I'm going to do 1/2 times 6 times 8. And the reason I'm subtracting them, because if I would have added them, it would have been this. I'm subtracting because I'm taking a rectangle and I'm cutting away. That's why I'm subtracting. If I was adding, I would be putting it on top instead of cutting it away. So it's going to be 60 minus
Go ahead, back that.
60 minus 24. So my answer is going to be 36. And because it is area, my units are going to be 36 centimeters squared. Okay? Okay, the outside is a rectangle, and the formula for a rectangle is length times width. So we did the length and the width of the yellow rectangle. That's where I got the 60. The triangle is the blue thing. We did the formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times height. The base is 6, the height is 8. 1/2 times 6 times 8 is 24. So I took the outside shape minus the inside shape, and that gave me my answer.
Yeah, 36, okay.
Okay? Now, let's look at one that's slightly different. Let's look at this one. Outside shape minus inside shape. What is my outside shape? My outside shape is a triangle. What is my inside shape?
Rectangle.
Okay, so I have a triangle and I have a rectangle. So this time, I'm going to do my 1/2 base times height first, and I'm going to do my length times width second. Let's start with the length times width. What is my length times width? 3 times 4, which is 12. Yay? Now, for my triangle, do you agree this is the base of my triangle?
Yes.
What is the base of my triangle? 9. You have 4 right here, and you have 5 right here, which gives me the 9. What is the height of my triangle? 11. You have the 8 right here, and then you have 3 right there. That gives me 11. So, to get the triangle, it would be 1/2 times 9 times 11. So 1/2 times 9 times 11 is 49.5. So we're going to take the 49.5, which is my triangle, and subtract the 12. 49.5 subtract the 12 gives me 37.5, and because it's area, my units are going to be meters squared. Good? We will work on some more geometry on Wednesday, and some of us are going to have to start working in class because we didn't do jack over the weekend. See you downstairs.